Hello everyone, my name is Christian Yumbi. I'm the founder of Kankan Spice. Kankan Spice is a company I really dream of from very early in my life. I always been a little girl that wanted to play with food, create new stuff, improve people's life, bring solution alternative. So that passion made me study food science and technology with the dream of going back where I'm coming from, which is Cameroon, and improve people's life over there. So after my study, I met my husband who was immigrating to Canada. This is how I end up coming to Canada. And it's beautiful. I'm happy for that. Yeah. And also, but once I came here, I really got I suffer a lot from homesickness, and when you're far away from home, something that can really help you with back home nostalgia is food. It was impossible for me to find any African food product in big food chains, specifically any seasoning spices, because this is really what make the difference. The way you season, the way you spice up your meals. So uh, being very business oriented also, I then say if it doesn't exist, I have to create it, I have to make it. So I started like 20 years ago with a line of fresh product made from fresh ingredients, sauces, marinade, cooking sauce, different type of marinade and sauce for everyday cooking and grilling. I will say that after many years struggling, the business failed. In my opinion, it failed not because I didn't put much effort, I actually did, but because the market, the Canadian market, the Greater Toronto area market 20 years ago was not ready at all for the change. It was very, very difficult to present African products and to get them into big food chains. Compared to today, where I see people are more open, they realize that there's a huge diversity, they're willing to try new product. And yeah, so after many years thinking about how to get back into business after the first business failed, I got the visit of my mom, who came here to Canada, spent some time with us, and she shared a family recipe that I just loved. I loved the It was a dry spice blend for everyday cooking. I just loved it. And I still recall that during trade shows, the little interest I had for my previous business was coming from the US. People used to ask me if I ship to the US. And unfortunately, at that time, shipping was so expensive that every time I follow up with them because of the shipping cost, they decided not to move forward. So that was a good alternative for that reason. Having a dry, easy to shape, not in glass, not heavy product. But again, it took me 10 years to come to the blend that you guys will see today, because the product was good, but I had to be honest that it was very, very Cameroonian, very, very African, especially West and Central African. But I wanted a product that anybody could enjoy, you know. Doesn't matter your ethnicity, you could uh, enjoy that, yes. Because I really saw, because at one point I started offering food as well, hot food, serving hot food to festival as catering on the side, and I really saw like people really enjoy the African board flavor of in the food. But when it came to replicating it, to doing it, they got really anxious, feeling like African food is very complicated, hard to do. So I wanted to come out with a very easy, simple solution for anybody to use on anything. Didn't want to overwhelm people with, a blend for chicken, a blend for fish, a blend for whatever. I just thought a good blend should be a good one, and people don't need to have like 20 spices, spice jar in the kitchen. And they I didn't want them to be overwhelmed with the dosage. How much do I put on it? Just sprinkle, cook, enjoy. You can put more, you can put little, that's okay. You will still enjoy the food the same way. Yeah, so it took 10 years, and finally during COVID, I said, this is time, because I got enough feedback. I said, this is the time for me to sit up, finish it, and bring it out there to the market. I've been selling it to my market. I've been selling it to festival. I've been selling it to pop-ups market and other. But I just say I just want to have it ready out there and move forward with the product. So as you can see, I feel like I've done everything on my side, working on new product development, working on the website, I even wrote a book on Amazon, Spices of the African Forest, to answer, share all the information I got from my family about the spices, how they are used. They have been used for centuries in the African traditional medicine, as well as in cooking, especially to preserve and to flavor food. I just felt like I've done my part. Well, nowadays I sell on my website. I sell on Amazon Canada, Amazon US, Fair.com. I used to have the product in a store in the DTA in Brampton here, called the Apple Factory. Unfortunately, last year, at the end of the year, December, they closed down the store. There is another store in Quebec, Gatineau, that started carrying the product. I just felt like I've done everything that I was able to do, working on traceability, working on product development. But when it comes to scaling up the business, when it comes to, moving to the next step, finding the right place and the right market, I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I'm not moving forward. I'm pretty sure there is a market out there, but I have to find that market. I have to find the right way to communicate with them. I have to find the best price. I have to better understand that market, and make sure I meet their needs, because right now the target market will be African, especially from West and Central Africa, and especially from Cameroon, because the product is really a pure Cameroonian spice, but many Central and West African countries, they use the same type, so it's the same flavor profile for them, so they recognize that. So the product's out here for them to make their life easy. They don't have to spend time grinding, mixing, with sometimes very poor result, because they don't know how to mix spices, and how to what's the right dosage for some of the spices. Also for the children born here, they know exactly, they want to cook like their mom, their grandma, but they lack knowledge, or they lack time. Also for any food adventurers, people who travel the world, people who love to try new flavors, and they want a easy to use solution. So I just felt like there is a market for it for sure, but I don't know how to find it. I don't know what should be the next step. I just I just I just say that because recently on my social media there is a company with 100-year experience that contacted me through email to buy the product in bulk. This is a very old New York, the base in New York in the US, and they find me and they bought the product in bulk in 25 pounds buckets, and I know they just order it and they wanna test it out, see how the customer will react, and then we can discuss exclusivity. I mean, if a company that's 100-year old, show interest in a blend, there is a market for that. There is a potential market for that. I'll see restaurant, I'll see chef. I've been to the Toronto restaurant show recently, and I know that during the presentation they really emphasize the fact that restaurant that will stand out, chef that will stand out will be the one that will bring more diversity on the table. And I'm pretty sure there are business out there looking to bring more diversity to their offer, to their finished product, and they have a hard time finding people like me, finding what I'm offering. Yes, I tend to focus more on the B2B business because from my website and the market I'm doing a lot of B2C, and I see it's very hard to scale up. So I'm looking for the best supermarket, looking for restaurants, looking for home chef, because it's another alternative there. Like I have home chef in Quebec, because Cameroon is like Canada, but opposite, big French and small English. So many, the biggest diaspora, it's in Quebec. And I have that lady in Quebec, she cook home like Cameroonian food, and she was so happy to find me, and she's buying the product in bulk and cooking with that. She's making everything from rice, chicken, fish, everything with that. She's so happy because it saved her time, and she's so happy because she always have the same result, the same taste, and the customer is so satisfied. She's very satisfied with the product, you know. So this is another alternative, like home chef, restaurant, supermarket, specialty food stores, and gift stores. I don't know. Yeah. So this is a blend of pure African wild traditional rainforest spices. I really say traditional African because there are many African blends that have other culture influences. This is the pure African traditional spice blend that's mixed with a one of the kind, a unique, world renowned, highly prized by chef in the high gastronomy, Penja pepper. Penja pepper, it's only found in Cameroon. It comes from a volcanic soil, in the region of Punjab because of the nutrient-rich soil it grows in. This is a 10 times stronger with a unique and complex flavor. It's a pepper that's used in dessert, in drinks, in many stuff in the high gastronomy. So it's a blend of African traditional spices, wild African spices, which is better than organic spices, of the world-renowned certified geographical protected indication Punjab pepper with Western spices, putting the best of both worlds in a jar for you to enjoy. I'm pretty sure there's a market out there. I will need your help to scale up this business. Thank you so much for listening to me. Should you have any question, please do not hesitate. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.